Hello, and welcome back to Tuesdays with Tuesday. My name is Tuesday, and I write fantasy fiction under the name Mary E. Twomey. Today, I'm going to read to you the last chapter of Savage Hearts, which is book 1 in the Savage Hearts series. This is based on Hispanic and Latino folklore, and I have been very much enjoying reading this book to you. It's been really a good way to challenge myself because I'm not huge into like reading things to people, and because there's like a high margin for mistakes. I don't know, I feel a little nervous, but I'm doing it. I'm facing my fears, and you guys have been super gentle to me through this whole thing. Thank you for coming every Tuesday and sitting with me and letting me read to you. I feel like we have a little bit of something special going on, and I like it. As usual, my animals are just kind of roaming around the house like animals, and sometimes they make noise. I could edit that out, but I don't really want to. They're kind of cute. I don't mind their noise. Say hello to my fish. They're very cute, and I very much like them. And when Santos speaks, as a reminder, I will go like this with my fingers because he speaks sign and I do not. Chapter 23. Oh my gosh, the last chapter, we're doing it, you guys. We got through a whole book together. Please tell me you're proud of yourself for listening to like one whole book. Whatever your reading goals are or are not, you don't have to have goals for everything. But whatever your reading expectations are for yourself this year, you finished a book. If you listen to all the chapters or all the videos, or you just like, got it and read it yourself. It's free. The ebook is free. You did a whole book. That's really great. That means you're taking time for yourself and taking time for your imagination, which like if it doesn't get watered and fed, it like turns into one of those plants that kind of like droops and dies. Not like this one, which has been alive for like a year. I'm getting better at plants. I'm very much enjoying that. Sorry, we were starting and then I got distracted. My fault. Chapter 23, Cruz's Lessons, Adelita. It's 5 more minutes of the stupid ankle cuff move before Santos and Rafael return with the car. My shoulder hurts so bad that I'm soaked in sweat. My hands are shaking and my shoulder has long since grown tired of screaming at me to stop, please stop. But even as the guys come down to the hill toward us, I know I have to finish the choreography or Cruz will throw a fit. He holds his hand up to keep Santos from interfering, but I know that won't last forever. I cuff Cruz's ankle again and roll onto my side, shrieking through the pain that means nothing will stop nothing. I keep rolling until I'm on my stomach, and then on my other side, and then facing the underside of the bridge. Through it all, I don't let go of Cruz's leg, but keep it as my trophy for a job well done. Finally, I did it right. Cruz is flat on his stomach, giving me a muffled thumbs up that I didn't let go of his ankle at all this time. The pain is so bad, I'm certain my hearing has been affected. Rafael is yelling something, but I don't absorb it. I sit up on my own because that is what warriors do. I did it. I did the thing I try to get my patients to do. It took some pain, but I finally found my voice. That part of me that goes quiet when it should shout, cracked in the air when I took Cruz down. I can feel myself changing on the inside, declaring that yes, I am a person, and I'm allowed to take up some space in this universe. I have a voice. And for the first time, I'm not afraid of it. My body is quivering, not from fright, but from my shoulder going into some sort of agony overdrive. I'm hoping my faked smile will earn me some sort of, wow, Adelita's amazing reaction from Santos. Judging by the terror on his face as he runs to me, I'm guessing that's not going to happen. Santos is beside himself as he drops to his knees and leans my temple to his chest. Relief floods through me, simply because he's here. I know that's cheesy and far too soon to feel things like this, but I can't help it. If Santos is here, the pain will stop. That's who he is to me. I don't feel that clawing ache from missing my mama. I don't worry that I'll always be alone. His hands are quaking as they ghost over me, but mine are finally steadying as I lean into him. My eyes close after he signs something to Rafi, one-handed. My sling is removed and my lashes pop back open when I feel Rafi's hand on my collar. I squeak when he rips my shirt open from collar to sleeve, exposing, is that blood? Am I bleeding? My stitches are ripped and fresh crimson is oozing out. My lower lip quivers, muffling my hiss as the dank under-bridge air hits my open wound. How did you not notice you were bleeding? How does one not feel stitches ripping open? Ruffy shouts more at Cruz than at me. I mean, it hurts, but I thought I was wet because I'm sweating and the grass is a little dewy from the fog. Santos lays me down while Cruz cusses and runs to get the healer bag from the car. He tosses it next to Santos, who wastes no time numbing my arm with some sort of serum shot. I'm too distracted by the pain to ask about it. Cruz runs his fingers through his short hair. Somehow the look of worry on him makes me that much more aware of everything that hurts. Worry isn't his jam. Control is sacrosanct to him, so when he loses it, I know things must be dire. My eyes flick to my doctor, whose lips are pursed in concentration. Santos, I don't know about this. You didn't need that before. I'm probably okay. Santos wasn't nearly as smitten back then as he is now, Ruffy explains. Numbing your pain is more for him than it is for you. He can't stand the sight of you in agony. Raphael swipes at some sweat on my forehead with his thumb. You hanging in there, Viento? Can I get you anything? I'm okay. Whoa. A wave of something cold rolls through me. In the next breath, my shoulder doesn't hurt nearly as much. In fact, it doesn't bother me at all. Nothing bothers me anymore. My legs go limp while Santos and Raphael tend to my injury. My head lolls to the side and my eyes lock in on Cruz's, who's standing away from us, his lips stubbornly impassive while his eyes scream an apology. I don't need it, though. In fact, I don't need anything. Everything that seemed so important mere minutes ago floats by on a sea of nothingness. Santos signs something and Rafi's eyes widen. We have to move her? Do you really think that's best? Because Santos is so worked up, I catch every word he mouths while he signs, She bled on the ground. The Calcu will track her down. We have to go now. Santos, so handsome. So good to me. My mouth goes slack, and finally Cruz comes to life. Adelita? Addie? Santos, you used too much sedative. He clears the distance between us and kneels above my head, tilting his face over mine while he says something. Home, I manage to work out. I want to go home, back to my own bed. Cruz's eyes steel with determination before he nods once. Okay, Addie. I'll take you home then. My home. I open my mouth to protest, but I can't remember the right words. I don't want to go to the village. I already said as much. Cruz goes over my head. Santos is right. Your blood is all over the grass. If they want you as badly as I'm guessing, then they'll find you far easier than I'd like. The village can protect you. His eyes flicker with worry. You'll be safe there. I promise you'll be safe. I don't believe him, but I appreciate the lie. He says something else, but I can't make it out. I'm tired now, too tired to worry about the Calcu or my stitches. I give up the fight on trying to stay awake and let myself get pulled under into the cold nothing that greets me with open arms. She doesn't want to go to the village, Rafi reminds Cruz when my eyes close. That doesn't matter anymore, says Cruz in his typical tyrannical fashion. She's one of us now, so she's ours to protect. The village is the safest place. No, I don't want to go to the village. I don't want to live with Cruz. I don't want to reside in a place where they all protect their delicate sensibilities with a great border wall. I told them as much already. I don't belong with anyone who looks down on Santos, thinking he's a savage. When the guys don't say anything else, and I'm too tired to form words, Cruz continues. It's the only option if we want Adelita to live through the relentless hounding from the Calcu. They will stop at nothing until they have her. An ominous horror rings through my body at the grave reality of his words. Worry weights my bones, but finally unconsciousness drags me under, reminding me that I cannot control my fate. I have to trust them, whether I'm ready for that adventure or not. Thank you for reading that with me. Thank you for joining me every Tuesday and letting me have this little time where we can sit down together. I do a lot of multitasking, and I would really like to stop a lot of the multitasking that I'm doing. I usually clean or cook or do anything that I need to do around the house while I'm listening to music or an audiobook, especially an audiobook. Then I feel like I'm doing like two things at once. I'm like crossing two things off my list at the same time, which is great. However, just sitting down and reading a book is a really nice feeling. I'm really grateful for the moments I can multitask, but I'm slightly more grateful for the moments when I'm not, when I can just sit down and read. So thank you for going on this adventure with me. I look forward to the next adventure. I don't know what I'm going to read to you next. I'm kind of excited to see what am I going to pick. I do not know. If you have any suggestions, once again, leave them in the comments below. I would like to read one of my own books to you, so I don't have to worry about getting copyright claimed because it's my own book and I gave myself permission. And I would like it to be book 1 so that you can choose to read the rest of the series or not so much, whichever one is your fancy. I generally try to base not all, but many of my series on a political issue that's bothering me at the time, or based on a folklore that I wanted to learn more about. So Savage Hearts had a lot of Latino and Hispanic folklore that I was very lucky enough to be able to research. I very much enjoyed that research and really could have spent like years learning more about the history and why they created the monsters that they did in just to describe what they were feeling in their inner turmoil and to explain the world around them in a storified way. Yes, I did just make up the word storified. No regrets. So thank you for reading this with me. I have a French folklore series. Starts with Ugly Girl. That is pretty much like similar to this in the way that the monsters and the magic words are French and based in French folklore, but that is more all-encompassing. So it's like French Canadian, French Creole, actual France, all those things kind of put together. And towards the end of the series, I also added a little bit of Celtic folklore as well. That one starts with Ugly Girl. That's 14 books long. I'm not going to read you all 14 books, but book 1 I might. Taste is book 1 of the Tearaway series. That is 9 books long, and that is based in Filipino folklore. This series has all Hispanic and Latino people in it. My other ones do not. It's a mix of races, it's a mix of backgrounds and everything, but the monsters themselves and the magic words are from that culture. And the Underland series starts with book 1, which is called Underland, and that is based in Scandinavian folklore, which is, I don't know, kind of fun. I enjoy learning all these different things. For a while, I really want to do a Mesopotamian folklore, but I'm not there yet. Like, I'm not... It's so interesting that I'm afraid I'm going to mess it up, which is honestly how I feel about all the folklores when I first start researching about them. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so good. Like, I can't go near it because I'll just mess it up. Like, it's so good as it is that if I put my silly girl spin on it, it's gonna sound stupid. I will get over that. And I do have Forsaken Brotherhood series, and that one is based in Armenian folklore. I very much enjoyed researching Armenian folklore. The Armenian vampires and werewolves have like their own way about them, which I know vampires and werewolves from all over have their own like rules and way about them. I enjoyed learning about Armenian monsters. That is a 3-book series. And I can't remember if I have other ones that are based in folklore. I think the other ones are like based in issues that were bothering me at the time. So we can do an issues one, we can do a folklore one. I don't really care because I'm here for it. I'm here to read to you. And I hope that you'll come back next Tuesday so we can go on a brand new adventure. If you want to read the next book in the series, Let's see, what is it called? It is called Dangerous Hearts. But you know what, why I looked in the back? Because at the end of book 1 of all my books, I have the next book in the series, chapter 1, at the end of the book, so that you can like see if you want to hook to the next one. So Dangerous Hearts is book 2 in the Savage Hearts series. If you want to continue with the series, the entire series is out on Amazon, Nook, Apple Books, Google Books, Kobo, all the things. Wherever you read ebooks or paperbacks, you can pick up the next 4 books in the series and hopefully finish the adventure. Thanks for spending time with me, and I'll see you next Tuesday.